The inspiration from my work comes from me reflecting on a recent state of being I am being caught up in. I always feel like whatever I'm doing, I'm being rushed, I'm being chased by something intangible that I can't quite lay my hands on, and yet I feel like I'm not going anywhere. So I was just instinctively reacting off this feeling that I have, and that formed the impetus for the work.
My piece is about recognizing ourselves and to be in search of the choices that we want to believe in. So as we absorb all the information that we have as we grow up through the environment and the society, we then reflect and choose the kind of values that we want to hold close to our hearts.
My piece essentially is about the story of the 6 individual dancers that are dancing my work. And the starting point of it comes from their own individual stories, like how they came into contact with dance and how it has evolved over the years, and eventually coming together here in PULSE and spending 1 year of training.
As a dance artist, I've always been very curious about how movement can be so meaningful and how we read movement. So this work is the 3rd iteration of 2 previous works in progress exploring this. The language of the body is one that we speak daily, but I'm curious about how conscious we are of that and how we interpret that in our own ways.
As the title says, my piece is exploring the subtlety of physical expressions. So I'm very interested in the saying that the body doesn't lie. So this time round, I went on to explore what does it mean, how can the subtlety of movements in the body actually tell what it's saying.
It has been amazing. I really enjoy sharing the space with them, communicating with them. I feel like they are always ready to take on the notes that I have for them. I could see that all of them have put in a lot of work outside of rehearsals, and I really appreciate that.
They are very receptive, so I had a really wonderful time sharing with them a piece that maybe is not as conventional as we may think.
I feel that the most difficult aspect of the performance is actually to put together the different elements that will contribute to the work. So in terms of giving thought to the performance interpretation, facilitating their potential understanding to develop their personal take towards the work.
So usually I would go into a choreographic work or a choreographic process kind of already knowing what I want to achieve. But this time around, because I've kind of wanted to not overthink too much, not plan too much, and see where it takes me as a choreographer to create and allow the work to unfold on its own organically.
I would say is to see the dancers being very committed to the piece and to see them take interest in learning something that is very foreign to them.
The most rewarding thing about the process is to see how the dancers have really grown in their way of expression and their confidence in their expression through the work. I hope for them to have learned something, to have learned a different perspective on what dance means to them and how they would like to approach it for themselves moving forward as artists.
I hope that at least this time round with my piece that they can have another layer of understanding, another layer of perhaps dance might not be what they have always been thinking that it is, and of course to find relevant with dance towards their daily life.
The arrival of passionate dancers.
A bunch of passionate dancers who will infect you with their enthusiasm and sincerity when they dance.
We hope that the audience really enjoy the different works. I think what the audience can bring back this time round is 5 very distinct pieces. This production will be rather interesting.